Good day, sir. I am Edward Christian G. Soriano of AB Sociology 1A, and now I will inform you about the three primary sources and two secondary sources regarding the Marcos martial law. The first primary source. This video contains the first national address of Ferdinand Edralin Marcos under martial law. This happened in the 23rd of September 1972 at the Malacanang Palace. This is what I learned. According to his address, he did not proclaim martial law as an act of military takeover, but rather an act to protect the Republic of the Philippines and its democracy. The second primary source. This video was filmed in the 10th of October 1976, where students organized a rally to protest at the referendum plebiscite that will take place in the 16th of October, which aims for the continuation of martial law and approving the proposed amendments to the Constitution. It lasted a whole day. When evening comes, a riot broke out between the police and the protesters that led to chaos and several injuries. While watching this, it gave me a realistic visualized view of the events that happened in the Marcos martial law. The third primary source. This was an interview of Bongbong Marcos to the once a cabinet member of the Marcos administration, Juan Ponce Enrile. He was the Secretary of Justice and later became the Secretary of National Defense. Being a witness behind the Marcos martial law, he spoke of the actual events and situations that occurred in the Philippines that were mistaken and misinterpreted by millennials, such as the military takeover of the country and the deaths of approximately tens of thousands of people during martial law. Based on the interview, I learned that one of the main purpose of the declaration of martial law is to neutralize the communist insurgency or the ongoing growth of communist and terrorist groups in the country. Also, he said that Ferdinand Marcos never really wanted to declare martial law, for it was just a response to the rising problem. Now, for the secondary sources. The first secondary source. It talks about the historical events during the martial law and the situation of the economy in that time. It was having serious problems with the economy and having reports of widespread corruption. Due to these economic problems, the government was forced to borrow large sums from the international banking community. The last secondary source. This was an article created by Amnesty International which explains 5 things to know about the Marcos martial law. It is written that martial law is one of the darkest period of Philippine history. That is why the fight against impunity, injustice, and abuse is the priority of this organization in order to establish human rights. The one that I will remember the most is the extensive human rights violation. The 9-year rule of martial law unleashed a wave of crimes under international law and grave human rights violations, including tens of thousands of people arbitrarily arrested and detained, and thousands of others tortured, forcibly disappeared, and killed. I would like to end this video with a short quote from Robert Penn Warren that says, "History cannot give us a program for the future, but it can give us a fuller understanding of ourselves and of our common humanity so that we can better face the future." That's all. Thank you, and God bless.